The dancing Israelis who were working for Mossad front company Urban Moving Systems get caught in a van with traces of explosives. They were filming the 9/11 attacks in New York with the planes crashing into the buildings before it happened. So they just decided to set up a film on that particular day, driving around in a van that had traces of explosives. They just strolling through, put a camera, let's point at the World Trade Center for no particular reason, just in case something happens. And then, of course, 9/11 happens. After the police pulled them over and demanded they get out of the vehicle, this is what happened.
We had received an all points bulletin, and I just happened to see the van and, hollered over to my lieutenant. I think that could be the van. We checked it out, and it was.
And then in the afternoon, what happened with that call about that white van?
There was a bolo, which is be on the lookout for a particular van with, there's supposed to be a few occupants in there. And the bolo basically stated that this van may be on its way to destroy the George Washington Bridge or something like that, if I remember correctly. Blow up the bridge, and perhaps explosives were in the van or something.
And did you have your weapons drawn?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. And you were pointing the weapons at the driver and you said get out of the car?
Correct.
And the driver didn't listen?
No.
The driver, 23-year-old Sylvan Kurtzberg, refused and was asked several more times, but appeared to be fumbling with a black leather fanny pouch type of bag. With guns drawn, the police physically removed Kurtzberg, while 4 other men, 2 more men had apparently joined the group since the morning, were also removed from the van, handcuffed, placed on the grass medium, and read their Miranda rights. They had not been told the reasons for their arrest.
I think once the FBI arrived, one of them stated that they were on our side. So there's something to that effect. We were all on edge, obviously, so I really wasn't looking to make friends with these people, and neither were the officers that I were with. Once we started talking to them, they were pretty much like, hey, we're not against you, we're with you.
Did you have any idea at that time the nationality of these men?
No, sir, but when we removed them, I forget which guy it was, kind of chatty, but hey, we're not your enemy, we're your friend. Our enemies are your enemies, or whatever. At that point, they said they were from Israel or something.
Chris Ketchum, you say, you quote the officer who arrested them, named DeCarlo. You say, according to DeCarlo's report, this officer was told without question by the driver of the moving van, Sylvan Kurtzberg, "We are Israeli. We are not your problem. Your problems are our problems. The Palestinians are the problem."
Another of the 5 Israelis, again without prompting, told the officers, falsely, that we were on the West Side Highway in New York City during the incident. Why did they automatically assume they were being pulled over because of something to do with 9/11? Why did Yaron lie to the police without being prompted and say they were on the West Side of New York when 9/11 happened, when we know they were not, as they were witnessed filming the first plane hitting and celebrating the attack, taking pictures of themselves and flicking lighters up in the air? What exactly were they hiding? They obviously knew the attack was happening. They were thrown in jail and they failed their polygraph test, but eventually they were deported back to Israel. Other Israeli spies were busted in several other states as well as Mexico, but nothing ever comes of it. Once they get arrested, the higher-ups always swoop in and deport them for visa violations. Some of the lower FBI and police are furious about this, but there's really nothing they can do about it.